Couple more questions before we go into that part. You said you brought the dogs. Who were the dogs you brought?
Johnny's dog.
Oh, she gonna blame the shit on the dogs. She gonna blame the shit on the dogs. This bitch thinks she's slick, bruh. She a piece of work. I hadn't even planned on recording no video today, man, but I jump on YouTube and it says that Amber Heard is denying the turd. So I want to see the lies. Let's go.
April 21, 2016, your 30th birthday party. Will you please tell the jury what happened that night with respect to, in particular, Mr. Depp?
At that time, we had a fitting that day or the day before, and he missed it, and he was kind of disappearing at that time, like at night, vaguely saying meetings. He had meetings, but then he'd be gone for sometimes
It's always like some long-winded story for
that sort of thing.
Her responses to everything.
Calls for speculation as to Bender.
I don't think that calls for speculation.
I'll sustain the objection. He's gone for 2 days. Go ahead.
And I had my birthday was coming up, and it was on my birthday. I said, "Are you gonna make it to my birthday party?" We had a dinner planned at our penthouse. I said it would be important for me if you made it.
Objection, hearsay.
Not offered to prove the truth of the matter.
Overruled.
Thank you.
And he told me at some point that day that he had scheduled a business meeting or a money meeting, I think he said, maybe, at 7, which is around the time my birthday was planned for. It might have been planned for 8 p.m.
The only reason I be saying all this is because every other interview you've seen her have outside of her testimony, it's always calm, cool, assertive, certain about everything she's saying. None of this reaching for words, reaching for her thoughts, whatever. She's always clear and concise every time she expresses a point. When she up here on the stand, man, it's always all over the place, and she's always exuding this victim mentality, like she's the victim in the situation, bro. It's annoying as fuck.
Yeah. He, of course, once my party was starting, he wasn't there. Texted me at some point to let me know that he was going to make it, but that he was running late. And that continued throughout my party. We finished dinner, and when we were cleaning up.
There's been so many times where she can't remember or can't recall certain events when it points at her as the guilty party. You know what I'm saying? But then on those situations, she can't recall certain events. She can't recall the sequence of events. She can't recall who was there, why she didn't do this, why she didn't do that. You know what I mean? But when it's something that she's trying to convey to the jury that's going to try to paint herself as a victim, she remember every goddamn detail, bro. It's just so many inconsistencies, man.
To give him an opportunity to show up before everyone left.
You would think this girl got a photographic memory with all this shit she talking.
He let me know he was there. I tried to, without saying what I said, I tried to give him the impression that I wasn't going to get on him about drinking or anything. I just wanted him to be there. And we had a toast. We did a celebratory toast. And the guests left. And later that evening, we were in bed, and I had a book, and Johnny effectively said, "What's your fucking problem now?" And
she remember every
we were
detail.
getting advice from therapists without saying what they said. It was important for me not to make him feel attacked. So I chose my words carefully. I won't say what I said, but
Why not?
I remember being very careful about how I worded what I was feeling.
Why wouldn't you tell them what
my
you
birthday,
said?
him having missed it. An argument followed that. I got up out of bed. Johnny's side of the bed was closer to the door than mine. I remember him blocking the door, blocking me to get out, kind of shoving me down, and we had a verbal argument, and then that became a shoving match. I tried to shove him back. I kind of felt myself retreat into the bedroom. At some point, he picked up a.
You wonder what's going on with Johnny's head. Would he be hearing all these lies, lie after lie after lie after lie? It's like, but he's used to it though. He had a whole relationship with this girl for multiple years, man. But it's like, damn, bro, it's like that. It's like that, bro. Like the damn delusion this girl got, entitlement. You know what I mean? The gall to think that she gonna be able to dupe everybody in society, to think that what she's saying is true. She been caught in so many goddamn lies, man. I'm sorry. I can't help it, bro. She get on my fucking nerves, bro.
Like a large, I guess it's a magnum size, not a normal size, a large size bottle of champagne, and hurled it at me. This time it went through a painting, and
that's a
I
big
loved
ass
this
bottle.
painting. I remember it just went like right through the canvas, left a giant hole in it. And I remember thinking we shouldn't have art in our bedroom anymore.
Like, she think this is a game.
The fight continued into the salon area, which was outside of our bedroom at the top of the stairs. Johnny picked up my phone. I don't know why. I don't remember what he was saying when he did it, but he picked up my phone and threw it out of the open window of the salon area, out onto the street, out onto the downtown street that this window overlooked. In that moment, I went, oh no, you don't. I saw his on the countertop and picked it up and threw his immediately, like 2 seconds later. I didn't want to be stranded this time alone, meaning I didn't want to be the only one stranded without a phone, which
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That absolutely makes no sense. I mean, I understand her throwing it out to get even, which isn't consistent in how she portrays herself, like she's the victim and she's always getting assaulted by Johnny in all these types of ways. So you wouldn't think that somebody's gonna try to get even with somebody. She's always trying to like calm the situation down and do what Johnny needs to get him a certain spot. But then she wants to throw the phone out to get even. But then she goes to say, to justify it, she didn't want to be stranded. Well, I mean, you are going to be both. You're gonna be stranded by throwing both y'all's phones out. That makes no sense. You would want to have his phone there so y'all not be stranded. Fucking idiot. That makes no sense. She lying her guy. I mean, we know this though, but she cringy to watch.
Times before this from Johnny. So picked up his phone, threw it as well.
She proud of it.
And
You saw her look.
I said that
Shine
I
in her
was going
eye.
to stay somewhere else for the evening. I left that room, went into the office. We were still screaming names at each other and screaming at each other. And I walk around the side of his desk, and the next thing I know, he has me by the hair and he pulls me down. Kind of, I hit the side of the desk. I remember things flying off of the side of the desk that I hit with my body. I remember trying to fight him off of me.
What about the turd, Heard?
some
We're all
point,
here for the turd. That's all I
We're
care
back
about.
in my main bedroom, and I believe I was getting my toothbrush out of that bathroom, and when I came out, we had another
Spat.
shoving match, but this one he kind of like, I remember he chest bumped me in this like bro-y way, chest bumped me and fell to the floor, and when I got back up, he kind of held me down by the shoulders down on the side of the bed, kind of held me, wrestled me down on the bed. I remember I got up once or twice before I ended up on the bed, and he grabbed me.
This girl has a
did this
photographic
thing. He
memory,
did
bro.
something.
It's
Tom
insane.
grabbed me by the pubic bone, pubic area. Just as best I can describe it, is he kind of just pushed me down, held me down by it, and kind of pulled me into it, and he was asking me, kind of taunting me, asking me if I thought I was so fucking tough. I think you're such a fucking tough guy, huh? Are you so tough now? Look who's so tough. You want to be a man? Tough like a man now? That happened for a bit of time. I'm not quite sure. I think at some point he left. I remember at some point shortly after that, I remember he was still in the apartment when this happened, but I remember kind of collapsing on the floor and
Here she go.
being exhausted.
Here she go.
It's just, I remember feeling exhausted and crying and kind of throwing in the towel, if you will. I remember saying to him, just, can we not fight like this? Like, can we start over? Is there anything that we can do? Like,
We ain't
this
heard
is
not one goddamn
really
phone
messed
call
up,
of you
but
talking
can we
like
just
that.
not do this, please? Can we stop doing this? Just don't leave. It's my birthday. Let's just call it couch. Let's call it truce and not have it end like this. I don't want to have it end like this. I was just so tired, hurt, and I remember crying and feeling ridiculous.
She putting on a
That
fucking
after this, I would be
act, bro.
crying and
I
saying
ain't never
these
seen
things.
no shit like this in my life.
I'm embarrassed saying it now.
This is
He
crazy.
responded.
People don't just talk like that. She put on a show.
He told me it's what I fucking deserve, and that I'd wake up alone, and that no one would ever love me because all of this.
She rehearses
went
her
to my
fucking
face
testimony.
or body. All of this was
the
going to
night
go away.
before,
No one would
every
ever love
day.
me. My sad no one
Guaranteed.
ever loved me, and I better get used to waking up alone.
You definitely better get to that shit now.
And he said this was all my fault and what I asked for. And he left. I heard him come back in the downstairs. You can hear the door slam. I remember hearing it open and thinking, oh God, is this going to happen again? What's going on now? And then shortly after, I kind of peeked around to the top of the stairs where you can kind of peer into the lower level. And I just see him briefly, momentarily, and he just screams at me, happy fucking birthday, and stormed out. At some point, I walked downstairs and saw that he had also left me a note to that effect.
I remember Johnny had provided his own testimony about his recollection of these events as well. Just to compare the two, like his was pretty general. They got in a fight. I think he said they got like a little tussle or a little fight or whatever, and then he left. He didn't want to deal with the shit, and then he came back and found some shit in his bed. Bruh, she took that was damn near 10 minutes recalling every fucking detail of what took place that day. And this happened years ago. Yeah, I mean, come on, bruh. You don't just be remembering shit like that. You would think that shit happened to her yesterday. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers better not be goddamn duped by this bitch. She out here playing. She out here playing. You got a lot of money at stake. You know what I'm saying? Your fucking reputation is down the drain already. You better fucking at least try to be somewhat reasonable, believable. Okay, ain't anybody gonna believe this shit, man.
How did he leave a note for you?
I was written on a piece of paper as best I can recall, but I'm not sure.
And so then the next day, what did you do?
Took a shit and put in his bed.
I texted, I can't say what I texted. I woke up that morning, the morning of my 30th birthday, and I woke up to my best friend crawling in bed with me and putting her arms around me. And
Would y'all be able to recall something happened with as much detail as she's providing here? So there's something that happened to you 5-6 years ago, like a special day to you. All these specific ass details about it, like not even important details, just random details, just to paint this picture, man. Like she trying to paint this picture as best she can to dupe the fucking jurors, bro.
I remember wondering how she walked in, because there was a lot of glass on the floor. There's lots of glass.
So she gonna blame the shit on her friend?
And she put her arms around me and showed me a birthday video that all of my friends, my childhood friends, all of my loved ones made. Of course, stupidly, the first thing I asked her is why Johnny wasn't in the video, because it had been recorded before. It had been recorded sometime before.
That's cap. That's
And
cap.
she said that she'd been asking for a few months, and Johnny.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
That's cap.
Prove the truth.
All right, I'll overrule. Go ahead.
And so we eventually got out of my bed and grabbed a few things and got the dogs, left for our
What about
plans,
the
which our
Turd
plans had
herd?
been to go to Coachella, which is a music festival that happens in California. And that had been the plan for a while, that's how we would go and celebrate my birthday. And I remember.
What about the Turd herd?
as I'm accustomed to doing, just
All these
trying to
details,
move
don't nobody give a
through,
fuck about.
move
That's how you know
on,
motherfuckers
and
lying when they talk too
remember
much.
in vain trying to
When they talk too much, they
put on a
lying.
brave face and have a good time, even though it was impossible.
Let me stop you for a few things. What, if any, plans were there for Mr. Depp to join you at Coachella?
He was supposed to drive down, have dinner, stay in the room, maybe do some writing or something like that in the room.
At Coachella?
At Coachella, where we were.
he
at
didn't want to be
Coachella,
part
and
of your
happens
little
in a different part of California than
birthday
we lived in.
video.
We lived in Los Angeles, and this happens about 2 to 3 hours away. So I finally got in my car back, and I drove with my best friends in the car.
And I'm going to stop you again because I just have a couple more questions before we go into that part. You said you brought the dogs. Who were the dogs you brought?
Johnny's dog.
Oh, she gonna blame the shit on the dogs. She gonna blame the shit on the dogs. This bitch thinks she's slick, bruh. She a piece of work.
Which is a mutt.
That was
Okay. What, if any, issues did Boo have with bathroom problems?
Objection, leading irrelevance.
Overruled on that.
She had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy and had bowel control issues for her entire life, among some other issues. She was, we regularly had to take her to the vet to try to figure out, well, what was wrong with this dog. Never met a dog that was
I'm
quite
dead.
like this. So
I'm
she
dead.
had some control issues, hence why she liked to burrow in the bed. She liked to be in the, by the
Did Camille
foot of the bed
cross-examine
underneath
this
the
shit?
covers, and it was customary that they slept in bed with us, but Boo, having the issues she had, we have to leave her in bed so that she wouldn't be encouraged to go to the bathroom, which would happen almost immediately once you put her down on the floor. And sometimes it happened in bed too. But yeah.
So what, if anything, did you notice about any bathroom issues in your bed before you
They
left for
think we
Coachella?
stupid.
Well, Raquel and I were both in that bed with the dogs, and I didn't notice anything, but we left them in the bed while we packed a bag to go to Coachella, so that Boo particularly didn't lose control of her didn't go to the bathroom on the floor. So we leave them in bed until you're ready to take them outside to the patio, which is their designated bathroom break area.
Does that make any sense though? Like, I get it. Bitch is lying. But what difference does it make if they own the bed or if they own the floor? Wouldn't you prefer your dog piss or shit on the floor as opposed to on the bed? Like, that makes no fucking sense. Like, logically. Come on, man. Come on, man. She think we stupid.
And what, if any, plans were there? How often did you have housekeeping at that time at your house?
The housekeepers were there every morning. Or they came every day, as far as I know.
Okay. Now, we'll get you to Coachella, but why did you tell Starling Jenkins that you had been involved in a prank gone wrong?
Objection, hearsay, leading.
I said why, Your Honor. I didn't say what she said.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
Okay. Did you commit any kind of prank?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And why would that not be something you would do?
First of all, I don't think that's funny. I don't know what a grown woman does. I was not also in a pranking mood. My life was falling apart. I was at a crossroads in my life. I was really serious, and I had just been attacked on my 30th birthday by my violent husband with whom I was desperately in love and knew I needed to leave. It was not
Victims
really a
don't
jovial
talk like
time,
this.
and I don't
Victims do not talk like this, bruh. Victims do not talk like this.
think that's funny, period. That's disgusting.
And what, if any, understanding did you have of Mr. Depp coming back to your bedroom that night or the next morning?
Objection calls for speculation.
I'm asking what her understanding was.
No, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay.
'Cause that's-
Had you had any conversations with Mr. Depp about him coming back to the house the next day?
No, Donnie didn't come back to that house. That was my, he owned it, but that was my house when we were having any sort of problem. In fact, that was my house just 90% of the time because he just didn't come back.
What does it got to do with the damn questions that she asked? And you just said that he owned the motherfucker, so he can go there whenever the hell he want to. What you talking about? What are you talking about?
That was not a place that Johnny was going to be in, that Johnny was in, and he had stormed out on my birthday, and as per what we did, he would go and stay at his West Hollywood home, and I would stay at the downtown places. He wasn't going to come back to the Eastern
Objection calls for
Columbia.
speculation.
And you don't know what the hell he was gonna
I
do.
think she explained her answer on that
Okay,
one, what she
I'll sustain
thought.
just the last part. Okay, next question.
Thank you. All right, so let's take you to Coachella. Who drove?
I drove.
Okay, and who was in your vehicle?
My sister, my friend Savannah, I believe, my best friend Raquel, just my girlfriends. I typically surround myself with my girlfriends. It's my sport.
Was there any occasion in which you were riding in the vehicle that Starling Jenkins was driving?
He picked us up from Coachella in the evening when we, as a group, all were ready to leave. That was the day that we went, which was the day that I took MDMA and mushrooms at the same time. So realized very shortly after what a horrible idea that was, considering the state that my life was in. I highly don't recommend that combination at the
Shut
time.
up.
So I didn't feel like being in a
I'm
crowd.
alright. I'm
I
over
didn't
this. I'm
feel
over this.
like being-
I'm over her. I mean, fuck. I just wanted to know about the turd, and she blamed the turd on the dogs with this bullshit ass, this bullshit ass excuse for it. I mean, her bullshit ass justification for it. The dogs did it. Bruh, I don't even know, bruh. Ooh, Johnny Depp dealt with that. Why you do that to yourself, bro? Why you do that shit to yourself, dog? Come on, man. You fucking Johnny Depp, bruh. Come on. You need a life coach, bro. Somebody should have told your ass from jump. That must have been some red flags. I don't know if you felt for this act she putting up. Maybe she fucking sold you an experience to make it seem like she's gonna be a certain way with you, bruh. Cause she's smart. Well, she thinks she's smart, and she manipulative as fuck. So I'm sure she got them hooks in you, bruh. You know what I mean? And as crazy as she is, I'm pretty sure the bedroom has something to do with your infatuation with her to remain here as long as you did, dog. But come on, man. That's why motherfuckers need to know their worth, bro. Johnny Depp definitely don't know what's fucking worth. There's no reason why a motherfucker with Johnny Depp's status should ever put himself in a situation like this, man. That's crazy. Yeah, she's psycho, you know what I mean? And he's definitely a victim, but bruh, dog, come on, man. We gotta do better, fellas. You got to do better.